Hello, my peeps. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are not new, if you're already welcome to my YouTube channel, you guys are all having a fantastic, magical, like unicorn like day. If not, that's always okay too. But I'm always over here putting that your day turns on for you and seeing. Okay, so let's get into this. Okay, this is another Triple T time, story time, rant time Tuesday, and just maybe Thursday. And luckily, hopefully, it will actually be on a Thursday this time. I try every time to get it on a Tuesday and a Thursday, or if I don't get it on a Tuesday, to make sure I get it on a Thursday, and it just doesn't work out for some reason. Whether it's getting sidetracked, busy, lazy, sleepy, whatever. Okay. Wait, hold up. Okay. I know, probably not my best lighting. Maybe I don't look extremely amazing, but it's fine. Okay, it's fine. It's finals week, it's good. Let's see, what do I need to talk about first? Oh my goodness, congrats, grads. Okay, congratulations to y'all. Congratulations for graduating, whether that be like whatever stage of schooling you're in. If you're just officially done, whether it's be undergraduate, school grad, like whatever it is, congratulations, y'all earned this. Also, no matter who says that they support you and they're so happy for you, secretly all your college friends who are not graduating this year, they like strongly dislike you, borderline hate you. Okay, I'm just gonna be real. Okay, we all do. I feel it. I'm like, yes, when I be seeing some of my friends or whatever, excuse me, especially like at like my last school, I seen them all there, and I'm like, oh my goodness, yes, congratulations. Like, I'm so proud of them. I'm so happy for them. But at the same time, like, it's like I also hate them. At the same time, it's fine. I just want y'all to know, if you guys are graduating, again, congratulations. Yes, we do. Like, there's like that 10% support and that 10% that we're proud of you, but there's like about 90% of it where we secretly strongly dislike you / hate you. Anyway, but again, congratulations. So a lot has happened since last time I did Triple T time, story time, rate time Tuesday, and just maybe Thursday video. Okay, did I talk to y'all about how like one of my friends was like facing kind of like this issue where the people in her group kind of turned against her, for kind of like a lack of like better term? And it's because I guess like there was a situation that happened where it was between her and another individual, or however went. Let's just make up a scene, and we're gonna get away from her. If Sydney Lou and Sarah Lee have a conflict. If I already talked to you guys about this in the last video, then just like bear with me, okay? For the people that didn't watch the video, okay, you guys need to start watching the videos, okay? There's a lot of good stuff and a lot of good, story time in these Triple T time, story time, rant time Tuesdays, and just maybe Thursdays. Okay, again, if Cindy Lou Who has an issue with Sarah Lee, okay? That's between Cindy Lou Who and Sarah Lee. That ain't got nothing to do with the rest of the group. Like, regardless of who is in the wrong or the right, or whatever the situation is, like, obviously, if like they call him like was said racist, like, or something like that. Like, if it was something like that, obviously, like, right, wrong. But if there's a situation that happened between the two of them and has only to do with the two of them, it has nothing to do with me. So I don't know why Cindy Lou Who over here is starting to get kind of like excommunicated by the rest of the group because, or let's do it vice versa. I don't know why Sarah Lee is getting excommunicated or kind of pushed out by the rest of the group because of Cindy Lou Who. Those two has nothing to do with us. Like, it really doesn't. So Cindy Lou Who, don't come to me saying, why are you still friends with Sarah Lee? I'm still friends with Sarah Lee because there ain't nothing going on between me and Sarah Lee. Y'all get where I'm going with this. And this is like stuff like that. Like back in high school, my group and I, we were a fairly large group, okay? Like some people are like, oh, in high school, it's really you guys are friends or you guys are not friends. Like as you get older, you start to really differentiate between, you know, just a class friend, a friend who like I see outside of class, an acquaintance, or I know of that person, or you know, well, she is friends with her, and so that's how I know her, but I wouldn't necessarily call them my friend. You see what I'm saying? Like, as you get older, you can start to make those kind of distinctions. But in high school, middle school, whatever, y'all just friends or not, okay? Like, listen, I wasn't the most popular ever. I mean, I wasn't like, you know, I wasn't a popular, but I did have a lot of friends. There was always somebody in no matter what class I was in, I would be able to sit next to or partner up with because they were my friend. You get my drift? Well, we were a fairly large group, and this group consisted, like, the main core group, we were a large main core group, and the majority of the main core group was girls, okay? And we all know that just spells trouble. Okay, hold on, let me check this app on the school that tells me when my laundry is done. Hold up. I was trying to do laundry when I got home. I mean, when I got here on Monday. Didn't work. Tried to do it on Tuesday. Didn't work. I leave tomorrow, okay? Thursday. So, I mean, oh, well, I'm sorry. By the time y'all see this video, I would have left yesterday. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying. However, you know what I'm saying. Let's see how much. 17 to 15 minutes. Okay, cool. What was I saying? Was mostly girls, and especially high school. Like, I'm glad, like, me and a few people within my core group of friends wasn't like that, but most of the time they're catty, petty, whatever, easily get their feelings hurt, easily offended, like, oh my god. So there was constantly something going on, and most of the time it was these two individuals. And because these two individuals didn't get along, it was a situation where it like started to infect the rest of the group and to like basically divide us. And I remember this person came to me and she said, why are you still friends with such and such? Why are you still like talking to such and such? And I was like, because I have no problem with such and such. I have no problem with Z. I'm just using letters at this point, okay? I know it's not represent the person's name, like it's not an initial or anything, but I swear it's one thing. I don't have a problem with Z. You have a problem with Z. Why is it that your problem has to affect me? I don't have a problem with Z. And the problem that you have with Z isn't something that's just so like big or so impactful that has to affect everybody else. And so she wasn't too thrilled with me. And then fast forward to a situation where she wanted something from Z, or she wanted me to tell Z something or whatever. I don't remember what it was. But the only way she could have asked other people, but she knew I was still fairly close to Z, and I didn't necessarily distance myself like other people did, which was, again, stupid. But I still kept in contact. I was still buddy-buddy with Z. And so she said, you know, you need to do this and this. And I said, I don't need to do anything. You're not going to tell me what to do. And she said, well, you're going to say such and such to this person. Now, see, before, she was like kind of nice about it. She said, could you relay a message? I was like, okay. And for me, I'm like, I can relay a few, like 1 or 2 messages. Like, that's the kind of person I am. I'm like, okay, I can do it. It's not a big deal. But when you get to that 3rd time and then you start talking to me in a certain way, then that's when stuff stops. She said, well, I said, well, I'm still not going to do it. She said, well, you're going to, and then she walked away from me. I never relayed the message. I care not. That is, if you want to talk to that person, you need to buck up, man up, or whatever you gotta do to get that message to her. It's not gonna be through me. Again, because it's just kind of going back to my overall thing. In high school, okay, petty, middle school, okay. Petty is just gonna be petty, and that's y'all just immature. But when y'all continue to have that immature way of thinking, when you get to college level, let's say not even college level, when you get to an adult age and y'all still have that mentality, it's toxic. It's toxic. It really is. We're adults. We can have separate relationships. We can coexist. I don't care not about what your feelings are. Again, like I said, unless this is something like really like, you know what I'm saying, then obviously, yeah. But if it's a situation where y'all two had words and y'all just had a disagreement, I'm not gonna just stop talking to somebody because, like, there's no, like, why are we X-naying people from a group? And why do we care so much about what other people in a group think, and so you want to start distancing yourself? Don't do that, okay? And for the group, don't just be hard. Like, I don't care if you want to say, oh, I want to hear both sides of the story. This is not a three-way relationship. This is not, oh, four people in some intimate relationship. Y'all are, at the end of the day, just friends. Really, at the end of the day, y'all are co-workers. Y'all, that's it. Because when y'all move to that next stage in life, let's just stick to a college setting, y'all are gonna leave each other and go on your own way, okay? I know people are like, oh, I'm best friends with this person since high school. I'm best friends with the person since college. Like, oh, 30 years later, you know, that's cute and all, but y'all still gotta make your own way. So this whole, you know, I have to have friends or I have to make a deep connection with people, whatever, like, no. X-nay that. Okay, we don't care about Cindy Lou Who. We don't care about Sarah Lee and their business. Okay, we're literally in a matter of a year, if not less than that, depending on the situation. Even if it's like in 3 years, like, you're not gonna have the same friends. Like, it's just the reality situation. You know, you can have as much deeper conversation and connection as you want to, but at the end of the day, when y'all get that degree or y'all sign pay, like whatever the situation is that gets you to a next chapter, you're not going to be with the same people, right? You know, you might not be with anyone at all depending on what your next chapter is, you know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind. Like, drop your friends, y'all going on a different path anyway. Speaking of such, y'all ever be friends with somebody and then y'all get out of touch? And then it be a little bit, you know, life gets in the way, stuff like that, someone moves or whatever. And then you get back in touch with that person. Y'all, you know, have a bit of a conversation, you know, on text or whatever. And then that's when you realize why it didn't work out with y'all being friends. This literally just happened just recently, right? One of the people that I knew from Barry, let me check my laundry again. Okay. Posted, it was a beautiful view. I don't remember where it was necessarily, but it was such a gorgeous view. And so, like, you know, like when you reply to a story, then it goes as like a chat, and so then obviously, or like a message, and so then, you know, from there, then you guys can start a conversation. So I respond to it. I said, oh my goodness, that's such a gorgeous view. Like, I miss gorgeous views like that. Like, I'm stuck here in Iowa, where I see grass, trees, cornfields, okay? And so I was like, oh, this is such a beautiful thing, or whatever. And then he had said, yeah, it is, or something to that effect, whatever. Then we, you know, went back and forth, and I said, you know, then he, like, asked me, he asked me what I was doing, whatever, and I said, you know, staying for finals, figuring out what school I want to go to next, or whatever. And then he asked me, you know, oh, what schools are you thinking, or areas or states you're thinking? And I said, oh, such and such and such. And then he said, oh, I had said I want to possibly go to this one location. You know, it's further than the parameters my parents gave you because they want to keep me so close. These, like, border states, just no. I'm not here for it. Okay, I am a New York person. If it's not a New York person, I'm a California person. Okay, like it's one of those two things are out of the country. Okay, like other states I just cannot. But anyway, he said, you must miss whatever to be able to want to go to that area. And I said, no, not necessarily. Because like one of the options I said was Georgia, for a possible location, and he said, you must miss like black people or like black folks, whatever, to want to be in Georgia. I said, no, not necessarily, but I do miss diversity, and like I'm missing different ethnic, like all those different things. I miss that. And then he said, as a black woman, saying that they miss diversity basically means you miss being around black folks. And I said, no. I was like, one thing that I did appreciate about, at least the area that I was in, like, it was just so much diversity. And he opened it and didn't say anything after that. Like, one thing I can't stand, or as a pet peeve of mine, is when you say something and then people think that you mean something else, or they want you to fit your explanation or whatever you said into their parameters or into their sort of thinking. And I hate, that's like one of like my pet peeves about like people. Like, I said what I meant to say. Like, there is no confusion. I just can't deal with people do that. Like, no. I meant to say what I said, and I said what I meant. I meant to say, and I did say such and such. What you're saying I didn't say, and that's not my way of thinking. So why do I have to fit my way of thinking and whatever into what your way of thinking is? Like, that's the thing, y'all. What do you call it? Don't let people do that, okay? And like the conversation like got dry and out so fast, and on top of that, dude was trying to tell me what to do, and that's some controlling stuff. Like I don't like that, okay? Like, don't let people psych y'all out thinking you meant to say something else or change your way of thinking because they don't agree with it, okay? Don't do that, my peeps, okay? You are not tied to these people in any way. These people do not, like, you see some red flags about someone, don't like try and find green flags, okay? Like, that's not your job, okay? When somebody shows you who they are, believe them, okay? Don't believe what they telling you, okay? Because, so move on. Hold up. I gotta set my streaks out. And yes, I still do that. Gotta be cute. I am cute. Okay. Ding 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 ding. Bear. Y'all see? Yeah, bear. Anyway. Oh yeah, and I've been busy with moving out, y'all, child. My apartment now feels like a hotel suite. Okay. Oh, I was staying at this one hotel with my godmom when she was in Missouri, for a certain period of time, for work, and like the way it was designed, it was based. I wouldn't necessarily call it a studio apartment because it wasn't necessarily like just a whole entire open layout like this is. Like, it did have a door to the bedroom, stuff like that. But it was pretty much the size of this place, but, it had doors, separating some stuff. And so, like, literally, it basically, for right now, literally, it feels like I came to visit. I'm at a hotel right now doing some conference stuff, and I'm going back home. That's what it feels like. It's giving hotel suite. It is no longer giving second home. Okay. And then, let's see, where else did I talk about? Okay, so y'all know that my mom basically broke my laptop, okay? So I've had to spend a lot of time at the library with these common folk, okay? And y'all don't take this my way. Like, literally, every person I see at the library literally has their own laptop there. And most of the time, they just go there just to, like, screw around. So Hold the judgment, okay? I did not, like, this is too much. Walking at night alone. Like, literally, I stayed to the library till about 2 o'clock in the morning, which is literally when it closed. Like, this is, no, I'm not here for it. I like being able to be here. I want, like, being able to be in different study areas. Like, I don't want to be tied to the library. There's just people there, just rude, you know, just, like, being just completely rambunctious. And speaking of rambunctious people, okay, just recently, right? Wait, no, let me just finish saying this about the library, okay? And then they have, like, certain, like, they have, like, areas, whatever, that people can go and use computers, right? So it's like a state, like, here's a set of, like, 3 computers, and with these computers, each computer has a monitor. So, like, 3 computers over here, 3 computers, like, there's, like, little, like, groupings of computers everywhere throughout the area that I normally go in. Or go to. Now, of course, you have booths and stuff like that, but that's just the first level. Like, I haven't been to the level above yet. Okay. There is this, like, rule, right? It's like this unspoken rule that when there's someone at this station right here, and mind you, there are 2 other computers around, like, in that grouping or whatever, but if there is space at a computer grouping that has absolutely nobody there, you don't go to a space where it's taken up, okay? You go to the computer that has no one there. Like, that's just the unspoken rule, okay? Why did I find people that whenever I get my little area or whatever, they feel like the need, like they can use the 2 other computers? No, y'all can't. Not when there's 2 other computer stations that y'all could be at where there's nobody there. Okay, this is my area. There's no space for you here. Okay? Again, unspoken rule. Now, again, like I said, and now if all the stations has at least 1 person there, then you can start, you know, applying then 1 person to that way. So then there's 2 people, you know, 2 computers out of the 3 being used. 2 computers, you know, that's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't just, you know, pile up at 1 computer station. But anyway. Oh, yes. Like, I was speaking of rambunctious children. Hold the phone. I gotta change my laundry. Okay. I don't know what I was talking about. Oh, for an extra credit assignment for this class or whatever that I'm taking, the extra credit assignment was, well, throughout the semester, you could choose a concert of your choosing to go and attend it, and then, like, you know, you write about it and stuff like that. You provide, like, basically evidence that you were there, like the ticket stub, the program and stuff like that, right? The concert that I went to was the Evolution of African Americans, like something like that, right? That's that. I don't have, like, the program with me. It's at the it's at home, but. I went. And okay, pre-expectations, I had extremely high expectations for this event. Like, my expectations were much higher, or were set much higher than, like, just some, like, because, like, we had to actually, it was a required attendance for this other kind of, like, concert thingy. Like, it was like some percussion thingy. For, like, an assignment. It was, like, actually required. This was, like, extra credit, but I had absolutely no expectations for that other thing. Like, to be honest with you, I just thought it was a complete waste of time and energy. Cause she said, like, be honest, like, in the review of what we thought, and I said basically I thought it was a waste of time. I didn't really necessarily enjoy it, but again, that's not, I put it in there also that, now this again, I'm talking about the required thing. It was like some other stupid concert. But we could attend via live stream or whatever. Thank goodness, because I had no intention. Well, I was gonna be dreading it, but it worked out. But anyway, and the thing I said, I did not find necessarily any enjoyment out of it. There was one performance that I enjoyed. Excuse me. Out of all the pieces that was it. And I said, I really thought it was a waste of time. I think that it would have been better suited to, have us attend a different concert or something else. But it was a complete waste of time. Then I also, like I said, I also wanted to mention too in that review or that assignment, because she said, be honest with our feelings towards it. I was honest, I said that's not my kind of music anyway. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to necessarily always listen to rap or hip hop, or I don't necessarily listen to country, but let's just put it out there, country, pop, whatever. I don't necessarily have to listen to all those type of music, but that form of music and that presentation of music is just not my thing. And so I knew that going into it. That's why my feelings have not changed or stayed the same. And it doesn't necessarily have to do with their performance and how they perform the pieces and whatnot. It just has to do with me personally. I thought it was a waste of time for me because I don't like that style of music anyway. But for this, I had extreme high expectations. I wanted it to be grand. I wanted it to be amazing. I wanted it to keep my interest. Okay? So I got there, had no idea what I was doing because I had never actually attended a concert in person on this campus before. So I knew the general direction of where to go. So I walked over there. I was looking so cute though. So cute, girl. I had some wonderful earrings. I had me on some, because the only thing that was required for dresses that it was supposed to be business casual attire. But then business casual looks different to different people. So I was kind of nervous as to oh my goodness, what kind of business casual she's talking about. But I was you can't go wrong with a simple kind of it's a top or whatever, with a cardigan, some nice black, it wasn't slacks necessarily, but her business casual requirement was wear something nicer than jeans. And so they weren't, what I'm saying? It was so cute, but I was like, okay, all right, what I'm saying? I was looking cute, hair put together, whatever. Anyway. It was nice to do something, different, that was an extra credit assignment that wasn't reading a bunch of musical terms or something, you know what I'm saying? It was something different. It was an actual event to attend to. So I was like, okay, cool, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I got there again, like I said, I didn't know what to do, where I was going, whatever, so I was just follow the people, okay? And then the people didn't necessarily know where they were going, they were just standing around talking, okay? I'm check, it is getting ready to be time for the thing to start, and I'm gonna get to my seat, you know what I'm saying? I want, Anyway, so I start asking. I'm a person, I used to be afraid of asking people for help, whatever, but I wanted to get to my seat. I had no idea where I was going, and I found a person nearest to me that I assumed was working there. I said, yeah, I have no idea where I'm going. And so she looked at my ticket stub and she said, oh, okay, here, if you just go across this area, then you will be where you need to be, and somebody over there will help you. I said, fantastic. So I walk over there. Ooh, I was also wearing heels too. Okay, technically I should have worn black heels because I wore black jeans, black, very nice pants, a black camisole. It was kind of lacy a little bit too, and I had a tan-ish cardigan, but darkish brown, tan-ish kind of cardigan. Again, so cute. I should have worn the black heels, but the black heels that I had, no. I am not so well versed in wearing heels yet, and at the same time, I was no, I'm a pass. And so I wore the heels that was a little bit shorter, but that was like really dark blue. But if they were not so like hidden well, I would have forced myself to wear the black heels. But because you couldn't tell, like the naked eye couldn't tell, I was completely fine. I was like, okay, I'm gonna just wear these short dark blue heels that nobody can tell is black, and I'm gonna just go with it. Okay, nobody knew that, no one was the wiser. Okay, I got over there. I said, hi. I have no idea where I'm going. I've never attended before, whatever. She said, oh my goodness, I'm glad that you're here. You know, we're very happy to have you. And then she took me and she said, please follow me. So she took me over here to this other area and she said, so here you are. And then the lady said, hi, I will be happy to show you your seat. I said, thank goodness, because I had no idea where I was going. And so she took me to the seat. And I thought it was going to be like some far, like, terrible seat ever, because for the seating, you can, for students pay, because this was one where you had to pay for. And, you know, because I am a student, students, especially when they pay for the ticket over, they pay less than someone than a non-student would pay. And so, when you, as a student, pay for a ticket, it automatically will just choose it for that student, right? Hold on. I know it's not tea, but get over it, okay? I didn't want no tea, okay? And it's besides, I win it, so it's fine. Get over it. It's root beer, okay? Oh my goodness, that's another thing. Okay, so y'all got me like, my mind just needs to stick to this one thing, okay? That's fine. She helped me get to the seat, and when I realized the seating, I was like, oh my god, this is a good seat. Now thinking back, I maybe would have wanted to go a row behind. Like, one row behind. But I was grateful that I was as close even as I was. Like, I was literally one seat row. Like, here's the seat row, and then here's another seat row, and that's where I was. And I was like kind of near the center, just a little bit. And I was so close to the stage. I was able to see everything. I was able to see, like, you know, the blush on the performer's cheeks. Like, I was like so close. I felt so like in the area, like in the, like, it was like so cool. I was like, okay, student, ticket, you know. Cause honestly, let's be honest, okay, I thought that they were going to give like paying people, like paying customers, you know what I'm saying? Like the best seats, you know, but like students who, like, you know, already getting a discount, you know what I'm saying? They just get whatever other seat. But girl, I got a good seat. Anyway, I was talking about rambunctious children. We are in the midst of a wonderful, amazing, beautiful performance with some guest people, okay, like amazing voices, all of them. So pleased to have been there. And there's these children over here, I would probably say mid-teens, you know, was over here in front of me. And then there was a child, probably no more than 7, 8, that was like still in the front row, but I would say like was like kind of like further over front row. Okay, now this is in the midst of someone's performance. The two teenage children over here is literally on their phones. Like, and again, they're literally on the front row, so the performers, they could see that these kids are, like, I've been to places where my parents have forced me to go and I just didn't want to be there, but you best believe, okay, because most of the time I would say it's my mom that kind of forced my sister and I to go to different places that we didn't want to be, but let's just keep it all around. There have been times, yes, that my parents has forced my sister and I to be in places that we didn't want to be. But best believe we had to act like we wanted to be there. Okay, we wasn't going to be rude and disrespectful to the people. These kids was on their phones, okay, and they were laughing at inappropriate times, and you know, like, and when they would yawn, their yawn would be like so obnoxious. And I'm like, now again, I will digress. Yes, we need to blame the parents for the behavior of the kids because they're not teaching them better or they're not reprimanding them for their behavior, but at the same time, it's kind of like, your kid, at this age, your kids know better. Like, that is extremely obnoxious. That's inappropriate. I don't know what y'all were thinking, okay? But this is not the place for that. As much as I would love to, in this particular instance, but let's go to what I was talking about, the other concert that I completely almost hated, and that was a complete waste of time. If I had been there in person, no matter how much I did not want to be there and no matter how much I was not enjoying it, you wouldn't find me on my phone being obnoxious, laughing with my sibling or whatever. Like, that's like not appropriate. This kid over here, it was pretty late and he was yawning a little bit, but he did his best to cover that up, okay? Like, I was like, okay, when you have a child, basically 7, 8, 9, that is more respectful, especially in the setting that they're in, than kids like mid-teens over here. That's like pretty sad. Okay, get together, teens. Okay, even let's say if it was a punishment, get together and stop doing things that get you punished. Okay, that was rude and disrespectful. Anyway, moving on. What's something else that I said I want to talk about? Last week on Thursday. Yes, last week on Thursday. Yeah, last week on Thursday, my group and I, we did a tabling. Girl, I baked some amazing stuff. Okay, I was up all, excuse me. I woke up fairly early. I baked, right when I got up, ate breakfast and was baking at the same time while trying to raise this other rambunctious child, Ryan Kalia, that Virgo, right now she's at home or whatever, but, was doing all of that. And then also at the same time, I was practicing my speech for the presentation that I had to give in class from 12:30 to I think 1:50 is the technical time that the class is supposed to be. And so did that, had to stop because I knew like it was getting closer. Let me practice my speech a little bit. Let me get, Ryan together before I leave for class. So I did all that. Then 12:30 rolled around. I was in class and did my presentation, bam, bam, bam. Well, my group and I did our presentation, bam, bam. I came straight back here, baked some more. I baked 2 batches of brownie. I baked some peanut butter cookies, Reese's cookies, Dunkaroos, sugar cookies. I made banana nut muffins. I made triple berry muffins. Did I say I made banana nut muffins? I think I already did. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I think that's it. And let me see. Yeah, that's it. Okay, let me break something off. Again, this was a group project, and we all kind of like divide up the tasks, whatever. And I only had agreed to baking because I just had a bunch of baking crap from my dad that I kind of stole from the house when I had went to the house that weekend. And all college students, when they go home, to the parents say, if they're going home, to the free food and to homemade meals, laundry, and all that kind of stuff, so that way we can steal the food for leftovers and crap. Like, that's why we go over there. Okay, for the parents that's watching this, we don't go over there because we we love y'all. Okay, but that's not what we go there for. Okay, so don't pretend and get your feelings that now I'm just revealing this big old secret. Yes, we love y'all, but seeing y'all is the bonus. The real purpose we go over there is to steal from y'all. Okay, let's just be clear. But anyway, in the group chat, I had asked anyone if they needed anything, because we're working with this organization for our group project. It's the Great Plains Action Society, and they deal with murdered and missing Indigenous women and relatives. Amazing cause. And throughout the group chat, it was like, again, divvied out responsibilities and things like that. Well, somebody else was supposed to make baked goods. I was the only person that made baked goods. So, and some people was on candy duty, so which was interesting because two of my group members, basically I assigned them, or I said, who's gonna bring the candy, and they, said they'll bring the candy. Two of my group members brought candy. I made baked goods. One group member made a survey and stuff like that. Like an online survey where you scan the QR code, and then people can say how they feel, answer questions and stuff like that. So she did all of that, and on top of that, she is so good. She made 2 amazing flyers, which I'll be able to insert a picture. I'll be able to insert some pictures about the stuff I've talked about recently. Anyway, 2 amazing flyers. Okay, another group member, what did she made a document for trivia questions and all this other good stuff, right? All of my group members did something so impactful and purposeful, and fairly had a big overall kind of, how do I put this? We'll just leave that had a large impact on the group project. Each person I felt in my group did a significant amount of work to add to the group project. Now, let me break this down for y'all. For the group project, there's 2 sections of the class that our professor teaches. The same class, right? But there's 2 sections. Excuse me. There's a section 1, I believe was us, yes. And we're from 12:30 to 1:50, and the other is from they were I don't know, it's at a later part of the day, okay? Sometime after ours, okay? So, but it's 2 sections. Well, because of our original plan, or whatever, even if we're just let's just team up with the other section, because the person that we were working with for the Great Plains Action Society said, do you guys want to work together or separate on this project with us? And I said, and she had mentioned, it would be really easy, much easier on me to just work with you guys as a big group as opposed to 2 different ones. And I said, after some back and forth, they were just well, it's just the other team, the other section said absolutely nothing. my team was like, you know what, we'll be happy to work with them or whatever, like we could do one big group. And she took that as like word, and she was like, okay, great, you know, now that we've decided. Now again, it wasn't until like a week after she had sent that email for us deciding if we want to be a one group or two different groups, that's when my group was just like, you know what, let's just answer. And then like that's how it was. So back to my original point, my group did so many impactful things to add to, you know, our big group project. The other section, there was a person that had made a Jeopardy kind of thing and took the time to do that. So we didn't necessarily have the time or like the traffic flow that we would have really liked to have had, you know, for people, you know, coming to our tabling or whatever, to necessarily, you know, use a Jeopardy. But the fact that she took the time and energy or whatever to use that and to create that, I would say, had we had the traffic, you know, the amount of people coming to our table, it would have been extremely impactful or whatever. So I think I think she only stayed for like 2 seconds or whatever, because she had like something happen, maybe it was work or something, I don't remember necessarily what it was, but she couldn't necessarily be there for the entire time. My group and that one person, I can say, had did their part. The other members of the group, I wouldn't say as much. There was this person that, you know, was communicating with the library regarding kind of regarding the space that we could occupy, you know, to like rent out, like, or like use the tables or whatever, so that way we could have our tabling. Yes, that was beneficial to our group, and yes, we needed kind of like a point person to be able to communicate, with the library. But at the same time, that's not all you should have done, right? It takes almost nothing to send an email and get confirmation for us to be able to use the space for 2 hours, right? So, hold up. It takes almost nothing. I mean, after we all got together, it was cool, it was fun, you know, we were laughing, we were exchanging stories or whatever. It was, you know, it was good energy vibes, but at the end of the day, we weren't doing it. Like, yes, we were doing this. No, you know, I'm gonna be honest. We weren't technically doing this just completely without benefit, right? We had to do something. We had to have some sort of product, some sort of deliverable for our school project. And this was that. Now, could the members do something outside of this, you know, start to, you know, talk to that point person from Great Plains Action Society, so that way they can, you know, be more involved and to have more of an impact. Like, that's cool, right? But however, let's reel it back to the reality situation. We were doing this for a grade. We were doing this because we had to do it. Not necessarily the event that we did. We had to do a tabling, and that had to be our product or our deliverable. But this was the product that we decided to count towards the project, right? So as far as everyone doing their part and everyone putting as much time, effort, and energy into the project, I just don't think that was done. I think that the other team members definitely lacked a lot of the things that I described, time, effort, and whatnot, for the project. I mean, it is what it is. That's how I feel. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it is. You know, and a lot of times when it would come to me saying, you know, someone needs to, you know, reach out to this person, or like, you know, some of these do such and such. It felt like there was like so much resistance or like reluctance to do it. Like at this point, I'm not necessarily asking if someone can do it. I'm telling y'all someone's going to do it because I'm already doing a big portion. So and so is already doing a big portion. So and so can't do it because of this. So one of y'all needs to take the lead and do this. Like some of the members of the other group, basically, all they did really was, what do you call it? Posted the flyer that was sent in the group chat to their social media account. That takes nothing. I did the exact same. All of my members did that, and on top of the stuff that I already mentioned to y'all that we did. Y'all, some of y'all literally, that's all y'all did. Y'all did literally the bare minimum. Like, I don't know. I just don't think, I hope, or whatever, if whatever happens or whatever, I'm not going to be like, oh, you know, it's talented or whatever, but someday it's going to catch up to some of y'all who didn't do anything regarding the school prior, and someday you're not going to be placed in a group or part of the group where the rest of the 8 members, or let's say 7, whatever, where a majority of the members takes, you know, responsibility for the other stuff that has to be done for the project, and you're gonna have to step up. Like, it's crazy. And like this one member in particular ended up staying for like a brief, like I would say maybe half an hour, 45 minutes max, ate about quite a few, like 5 things that I had baked for other people, and then said, yeah, I gotta go. No explanation needed, just I gotta go, and then left. I have no idea why. You did not state in the group chat that you had to leave at a specific time. You did not stay in the group chat. You did not get permission or anything to just be leaving like that. Like, at the same time, it's being funny about her asking for permission. But at the same time, it's like, girl, what did you need to do that you had to leave this tabling early, girl? I did not see you with a uniform or an extra bag or ever to take with you because you had to go to work right after, girl. You was dressed like the rest of us in shorts. Girl was wearing a crop top. Like, girl, you ain't going to go nowhere, girl, besides maybe to your dorm, okay, to sleep off all the crap that you ate, but that's about it, girl. That's about what we got. Okay, sit back. Okay, get it together. Okay, girl, like, I am a control freak, right? So when it came to, you know, a last minute thing, I'd be like, okay, I can't necessarily do that, but I really do need someone to go and get some napkins for the tabling, some such and such for the tabling. And, you know, if I didn't get a response back, I knew I was going to say them at a different time, and so I was going to bring it up to them. And I feel like I put a lot of pressure and responsibility on my own group. I should have pressured the members of the other group a lot more. Again, we're all adults, and I shouldn't necessarily had to, but again, because I took on the role of, like, the group leader, and, like, because, like, as the group leader, we had to have, like, sometimes the professor would assign, like, mandatory meetings for each group to do, and so, like, I would be responsible for, like, taking attendance and giving progress notes and stuff like that. So because I kind of took on the role of team leader, you know, it kind of came on me to, like, kind of, like, delve out some of the responsibilities. So I do feel that as a team leader, self-appointed, but then again, the group agreed and said, well, we don't really want to go back and forth or, like, email the professor back. We're like, we're good. Like, you do that, girl. You can be the liaison between the point person at the Great Plains Action Society and doctor / professor. You know what I'm saying? Like, you do that, okay? We don't really necessarily want to do that, so you are more than welcome. So, again, as this person, I take, like, blame or whatever. I should have kind of managed the team a little bit better. Again, I was only supposed to be kind of like the team lead, whatever, for my group. I kind of ended up being that way for both sections. And again, even though we're working as a big group, there should have been a point person for that group, for that section in group, and there should have been one for my class section, but I ended up kind of being both. Team lead for both sections. And so because of that, I was given even more responsibility, and I should have done better as team lead, you know what I'm saying? And I should have probably not put so much pressure on my team members and as much responsibility as I did. So like that's my bad, but at the same time, when I give out in the big gigantic group chat that we have a task that I need somebody to complete, it shouldn't always be where it's complete silence in a member of my team is like, oh, I guess I can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all weren't doing nothing. Like, and you can't say that y'all have busy lives. We all have busy lives. We're all college students. And to be honest with you, one of the members on my team is actually graduating, so she has even more pressure to make sure that she does well in stuff. Like y'all have pressure, but so does everybody else. Like, every single person on this campus has, or whether they don't live on campus, whether they can, you know what I'm saying? Every single person, every single student that goes on this campus, every single student that goes on some other college campus, we all have a responsibility, okay? Your life is not more important than somebody else's, okay? Like, not when I know that you were just going to your dorm to sleep off what you just ate, girl. Hold up. But I've been talking about that for like a long time. But moral of the story is, for all y'all slackers, especially college student slackers, you might find yourself in a situation where you may not have to try as hard because the rest of your group members, whether it's a large or big group, kind of take on the brunt of their responsibility. But you're not going to always find yourself in that situation. And eventually it's going to catch up to you to where you don't have a choice but to step up to the plate, right? So you might as well practice now, okay, while you're already overpaying for college, you know, so you don't have to learn that lesson the much harder way when you really get into the real world. But anyway, I digress. Let's move on. Excuse me. Next one. Excuse me. I will just touch on this, and then I'll really move on. So, like I was just kind of explaining to y'all, you know, we're working on this social justice project, and one of my group members made some flyers. Well, this campus, or at least has such a strict policy for placing flyers or whatever around campus. I wanted to get some flyers put up around the building that I currently temporarily reside in. And I had contacted my RA and I said, hey, I'm ready to get some posters / flyers posted around this building, you know, is that okay? Or because I sent her some stuff, some images whatever of the flyers, and she said these flyers look really amazing, but I would definitely contact blank and blank to get these flyers approved. I hope they get approved. Like, it's amazing when you guys are spreading awareness to or whatever. So I contact the people, and we go on this back and forth thing, whatever. And she said, your flyers are not approved. I emailed saying, because she said they did not meet their posting requirements. I said, okay, could you specify what actual requirements it did not meet. And she had said, okay, well, it's not an official student organization. And I said, she's like, no, to my understanding, is it correct that it's not an official student organization or whatever? I said, I suppose so, but it's an actual class project, like that's like it is. Like, it may not be an official extracurricular student activity, but it is an actual class assignment or project, and we are working with an actual professor. This has to do with an actual class that we are paying for. It is all UNI students that's doing this. So, I gave that whole spiel. And again, I'm extremely paraphrasing. That's the paraphrase version. And she said, I understand you. I hear you, but, it's not an official thing. And I said, why does it have to be an official extracurricular student? Because I made sure to put it in there, like, you're saying that my stuff that's actually a school project, okay, is not on the same level as an extracurricular activity, right? Something that adds absolutely no actual value to the degree that we are all overpaying for. Like, you're basically saying that an actual class that we are overpaying for, an actual class that has to do with, whether it's just to meet some credit requirements or actually has to do with someone's degree, you're saying that this actual stuff that we're actually working hand in hand with a professor on is not good enough to get approved for a flyer, but an extracurricular activity is, a sponsored organization is. And she said, I'm like, so basically our flyer's not getting approved because it doesn't have a sponsorship behind it, like it doesn't have money behind it. That's why it's not, because again, it doesn't have any crude or inappropriate language on it or anything. The only thing that is missing from it is a sponsor, or the fact that it's an actual extracurricular organization. Like, are you kidding me? And so basically, it goes back and forth, like I said, I'm paraphrasing. So eventually she says, I said, is there an exception or whatever that you can make? And then she said, well, if I make an exception for one, then I have to make an exception for all. Well, she said, what was it? I don't remember how it was, but she was saying, like, there's many people whose flyers are like yours, basically inadvertently admitting that there's many flyers that's trying to spread awareness, to minorities or whatnot, and you're denying them that because of, again, it's not an official student organization. Like, that's what you're doing, and like I said, she begins to say, well, if we make an exception for one flyer, then we have to make an exception for all, and then there's no sense to having a policy anyway. Well, again, paraphrasing, but that's literally almost verbatim what she said. And I was like, not necessarily that's why it's in essence called an exception. But you're basically saying, you don't think that it's right, that maybe if this is such an issue that maybe you should change the policy or whatever, or maybe not have one, or have one that just is in plain and simple terms that, it's a situation where, if it's inappropriate in any way, then just not have it. And, she said, then I was like, do you think it's right? I mean, like, even you are basically saying without saying it that there's nothing wrong with these posters. Like, do you think that, like, I was like just being extremely professional as I could be and basically saying, sorry, your flyer is not approved. Like, and I was like, okay, who can I contact to change policies or whatnot? Like, this is like, and then she gave me the contact information of a said person, of someone, a higher up, the director or whatever. Like, some people, like, my professor, because, like, I had given this as a handout, this whole conversation. I had printed, like, a bunch of copies and, like, gave them out individually to, like, people in our classroom during the presentation. I even gave one, of course, to the professor. And hold up. She was talking about how she was, like, it was like, people were like, she was like upset and really disappointed that, because in the presentation I said, it's interesting how the same university that wants to boast about inclusion and diversity, spreading awareness, teaching their students to, make a difference and everything, is the same one that's not approving of a flyer because it's not an official student organization. Extracurricular activity. Like, yeah, that makes absolutely no sense. But anyway, that's that on that. Again, I will include this stuff into this thingy where y'all can pause the video, and take the time to read the entire conversation. People were like really upset and like pissed off about the situation because we were like, that's probably like, going against like free speech and all that stuff. Like, are you kidding me? And I was like, I told not only the professor, I told the point person for this Great Plains Action Society. Like, I was telling as many people as I could. I was like posting different conversations. Like, I was doing all of this stuff so that way it could get freaking known, okay? But anyway, let's move on. Like I said, that was like pretty long spiel, but anyway, I'll move on. I was at the library late last night. Again, like I said, I stayed till about 2 a.m. Lord have mercy. And I was like, let me just take a peek, because I went to the bathroom and I looked over and I was like, let me just see what kind of movies they had. I'm gonna insert some pictures of some of the movies they had. Child, they had some of the most random movies I ever heard. Like, there's not like, it seemed like a lot of their movies was basically like new, kind of like our generation, like in like kind of like based on like popular opinion kind of movies, kind of. I mean, I wasn't mad at it. Like, some of the movies, I've seen like almost every single movie that was on there, and I'm like, like I said, I'm like the best movie critic ever. Like, movie produced, like all of them, they want me as a critic because I pretty much love almost all movies. Okay, there's very few, like I can only count on one hand how many movies that I have seen that I think is actually bad. Okay, we'll go on to that another time, but let's just say that. Was it yesterday? I had invited someone on kind of like a study date, right? Because I'm like, hey, I'll be at the library like a lot this week. Hold up, my laundry set's done. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I'm like really tired. I know. I normally can like bring up all the energy and like be completely like normally unhinged, but y'all, I am so sleepy and tired. Like, I didn't go to bed till like 3-4 o'clock in the morning. Then I kind of overslept a little bit. And I didn't wake up till like 10 something. And I looked at the time and I said, oh my god. Like y'all, like I was like, I rushed to get dressed and everything. And like when college students during finals says that they overslept, it means one of two things. They overslept and they were late for their actual final, or they overslept and they have less time to study before their actual exam than they would have had they got up earlier. And mine was the latter, okay? I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go to sleep, get, like a good chunk, like a few hours of sleep, and I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna hit it again, full steam ahead, and then, get dressed or whatever, then head to the exam. Child, I didn't get up to like 10 something. Exam was at 1. Child was like, oh, I really wanted to have a lot more time to study. But again, I stayed up till about 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning studying. So if I didn't know it, then I pretty much didn't know it. Now, I spent a good, I would say hour and a half, maybe hour 45 minutes of kind of like doing like a quick overview of stuff like that or whatever, to get some like last minute, soak up some last minute information that I didn't quite get before I went to bed. So, excuse me. Oh yes, I invited for my first study date. I said, hey, I'm gonna be at Rod, quite a bit this week, and so if you, do you want to like maybe like do a study date or something, and we can like plan a study date or something. And Now again, I did not specify. Hold up, y'all. I'm like looking a little like. Some of y'all are like, girl, you was looking rough when you first turned on the camera. Okay, whatever. I can look like not as rough. And I have like random piece of hair. It's kind of sticking. Made almost no difference, but okay, it's fine. Whatever. Let's just keep going. And again, I didn't specify a date. I just said, let's get together, study date or whatever. And she said, you know what? I would love to, but I'm going to be busy this entire week with finals and moving out, so I can't. But thanks for asking or whatever. Okay. Just say you just was like not feeling it. Just say, no, thank you. I appreciate you asking me, but I'm gonna decline it ever again. Thank you so much. Good luck on your finals. Just say that. Okay, there was something like that, right? Don't give up this whole spiel, because let me tell you something. You just basically mentioned one of the reasons why you couldn't wish is because of finals. Like, yeah, I know. That's why I said I'm gonna be at the That's why I said study day, so what we don't necessarily have to like talk. I'm just saying like we that's the whole point. I'm not going to the library to party or play a drinking game. I'm asking you to go to the library because I said study day, child. That's what I asked you for, But anyway, like y'all, let me tell y'all something. I know some people can't. Oh, you can't be honest with everybody, okay? That's just true. Excuse me. That's just true tea. That's just true truth. Not everybody can take the truth. Sometimes you gotta you know what I'm saying? Like spin the truth a little bit, omit some information, add a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But again, omitting information is still a lie. Add a little bit, something is still a lie. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta work your way, work the lie, to like form it. So that way it look good, it sound good. I don't care, child. To be honest with you, it was honestly just me just extending him. We haven't really hung out during the semester because we've been so busy and all that kind of stuff. I was really just asking just to be polite or just for us to get some more like time to hang out. It wasn't anything big. But hey, like, you ain't gotta twist my arm. That means more time that I can just be studying on quietly without the distraction of others, child. Like I'm like, y'all really be like thinking y'all like I don't know. Sometimes y'all, I don't know. It's kind of like, she was like, girl, I'm trying to move out too, child. I'm busy too. Like, I should probably have every single thing packed up now, child. But I still got crap to deal with, so I can't necessarily be too focused on that. But I got a bunch of time to kill tomorrow. Child, let me go into it. Okay, let's move away from the friend that lied. Let's go to this. Okay. My professor is now again. We have already I don't really know how many people are in the class, but let's just say all but one group has not presented their final project, right? Because we had to present it or whatever. And the group members that wasn't there, because one group went on Tuesday last week. 3 groups, one of them being my group, went on Thursday, and there's only one group left that has to go tomorrow, or Thursday. Like I said, it's probably gonna be different when y'all view it or whatever. But anyway, but the members that didn't go or were not there when other groups were presenting, and this was the last group or whatever, and the group that had already went. No, because the group that already the group that already went wasn't there, and then the group that went wasn't there. The group that hadn't gone wasn't there, but the groups that did have to present were all there. And so people did raise the question, like, so if we don't have to present, do we have to go to the final day? Because I don't see why we would need to. Especially since the other group members who didn't go or didn't have to go wasn't there. And so I was like, that's a good question. And so I emailed Doc. Well, I'm not going to say give away too much, but I emailed the doctor, okay? And she has said, the professor, doctor, because that's her title. So I'm going to call her doctor because that's, she earned that title. She said to me, yes, thank you for emailing and raising that question. Yes, it is a requirement to be there on finals day. I was like, oh my God. And then I just said that they did give us the courtesy to be there when we was presenting, but you have to force us to be there on finals day. I didn't say that, but she had sent an email, was it yesterday, I think, where she sent an email saying to the entire class that yes, it is a requirement for everyone to attend the finals day, and to have, because it says per the university's policy. I said, child, this university comes up with more nonsensical, policies. It's going to be a problem. Thank goodness I am not going to be here next semester. Lord have mercy, I can't do it. No, not going to do it. Coming from a school, because again, I am a transfer student. I was originally at Berry last school year. Like, you could put a child, you could literally, it's interesting because most of the people in that dorm building or whatever was underage, so they couldn't anyway. Again, they couldn't legally, not saying they didn't still, but I'm just saying, we're sticking parties and half naked women that was on the little pamphlets or flyers or whatever with alcohol beverages on pictured on there too, sliding underneath the doors or whatever, trying to advertise the party or whatever, saying whatever kind of crap that they were saying, going from literally you could put anything underneath people's doors and then be okay, and then literally some of the professors, they're like, bro, you literally don't have to come to the last day. The final is online, or there is no final, you only have a final paper. You don't need to come to the class because they're not going to be there, but I mean, you're more than welcome to still go. You know what I'm saying? Coming from that kind of atmosphere to, and again, both colleges have the same, they're both, you know what I'm saying? So, it's not one was a public university and the other one, no, they were both private, you know what I'm saying? So it's coming from that kind of atmosphere to where it was you could it was more relaxed. The days ago, you could kind of breathe, they weren't so restraint, there wasn't so much restraint, all this crap, it kind of takes away from the college student, doing what they feel like they need to do. You know what I'm saying? It was just oh my goodness, you just feel so restricted. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay, child, I don't know what you're talking about. This is ridiculous. This is some BS. Because let me tell you something. The only thing that there is left to do, is listen to these people go on and on for 30 minutes about their project. Nobody is gonna care. They're waiting for the imaginary the bells to ring. They're waiting for the time on their phone to strike a certain number so that they can go. We don't care what you're talking about. No one cared about the presentations before. I didn't even care about the period. I care more about the product and the deliverable because I felt we were raising awareness. We were doing so much stuff. We were working with this this organization. We were doing so much impactful stuff, whatever. Me repeating the stuff that we did and just repeating random stuff while everybody's either playing computer games or on their phone doing something else does not interest me. I wasn't interested in their stuff. It's just what it is, okay? No matter how cool or impactful or important the issue or whatever they were doing for their project is, nobody cared, okay? They was nervous. They're probably either nervous or anxious about the fact that they were up next to give the presentation, or they was distracted by thinking about the other files that they have, or maybe they were playing games on their computer, some number game or something, I don't know. Like, nobody cares, okay? Let's just be real, okay? I know when I go there, child, I'm not here, okay? But, you know, it is what it is. Like, girl, yes, hello, good afternoon. We're only here because you're making us be here. Like, let's just be for real, okay? Anyway, okay, well, seeing as this video is pretty much done, hang on. I want to show you guys some cool pins. Okay, my sister got these pins, from her job. Okay, so she wears them on her badge, and I thought they were so cool. I stole the pins from my sister. Okay, my sister had to get replacement pin because I stole the one that she had. Okay, so put that fact that I mean, let's just be honest with you. Who isn't tripping over air? Who isn't running into air? Who isn't, you know, falling over because of a chair? Okay, hashtag rapper in the making. But anyway, I want to show you guys the pins that I have in my backpack. I mean, they're so cool. I love them so much. Okay. Whew. Alright. Okay, so hold up, wait a minute. Work, cooperate. You guys just ever like yell at inanimate objects to cooperate? I do it all the time. Anyway, okay, so can y'all see? Wait, no, y'all, wait. Oh. What the heck, bro? Okay, so there's my chicken nugget pin, but that's not, my chicken nugget pin is not from her job, okay? Ugh. Okay, I'm just gonna turn around. Cute. Okay, look, it's so cute. Okay, so obviously ally because I am. Now she actually did get that one from me because I am an ally. Okay, so okay, that's not hers. Okay, this she actually gave that to me because, you know, but then. Okay, so I seen this on her badge and I'm like, oh my goodness, I have to steal that from you. I have to. She's like, Kyra, I knew that you were going to steal it from me because, okay, I seen you eyeing it and I did. Okay, I said that this is mine and she's going to have to like, get over it, right? And then, look at this, is so cute. Okay, what does it say? Your blank comes from within. I feel like you just like your spark comes from within, your creativity comes from within. Like, I feel like that could just mean so many things. Okay, like this is just so cute. Oh my god, like it's just like bam, so colorful. And then like this literally, I don't know, for some reason it makes me think of like a Simpsons hand or something because, you know, like they're yellow people. But anyway, oh shoot. Okay, it's so cute. It's like so cool, right? And then I can show you guys my other pins. Okay, hashtag my body, my choice. Get over it. Okay, if you don't like it, then like unsubscribe. Okay, like get over it. Okay. Anyway, and then there's passport. Then there's low drink and drink. Okay. Then we have completely over it. Okay. And this is all the pins I have actually. And some of the stuff is just like kind of like keychains / bag chains. Oh, obviously. Hashtag Libra. Another basically hashtag Libra, but didn't say hashtag Libra. And then this is also a shoe that I stole from my sister, but I stole it a long time ago. Actually, I think this was already on the backpack because technically this backpack was hers, but obviously she wasn't using it and she didn't need it. I did need it, okay, because my other backpack was completely tostitos. And then, and so the adventure begins. Bam! And so the adventure begins. Oh my god! Okay, I think that's like literally all of the pins I have. I already showed y'all my chicken nugget, but here's like a close-up. Chicken nuggets! Okay, I think that's it now. That's it. Okay, hold on. That was just like a little quick, like, oh my goodness, like unhinged version of me, like completely going crazy over some pins. eventually I'm gonna have to start working a job. So sometime this summer, because I think this is the backpack that I'm gonna use for like, you know, working wherever, you know, to keep my drink and like stuff like that. So I'm probably just gonna transfer all of those pins onto this backpack to give it a little bit of spice, you know. So that's just kind of like a little quick thing, you know, completely off topic, whatever, but I had in my notes because that I wanted to show you guys my pins because I thought my pins are just so cute. Okay, anyway, I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you guys are notified every single time I post anything on YouTube. Remember, I hope I am over here hoping that you guys have a fantastic, magical, like unicorn-like day. And remember, if not, that's always okay too. But I'm always over here hoping that your day does turn around for you. As always, okay. Hello. Oh my goodness. Okay, I might as well just show you guys around my temporary housing until I go back home and be forced to actually do chores and actually take care of my dog. Anyway, so using a sleeping bag basically as like a sheet and kind of blanket-ish. I have my fan propped up against this university chair. Okay, bed against a window. That, my other fan, my plain desk. Oh my god, it's not a work desk anymore. Oh my god. My white refrigerator, no magnets, the audacity. No more stuff on the walls and stuff. Boxes. Okay. My drawer organizer, no longer there. Just a hot mess. Just a hot mess. Just all over the place. Okay. We'll probably just use that. Period. I still have to take this down. The front side of my door that is available to commoners and passerbyers is completely like blank. Okay, no pizzazz. My drink's almost gone. Phone dead. Y'all, and it's almost time for me to go back to the library. Oh my god. Have to be with them nonsensical folks. Y'all don't understand, okay? They just don't make kids like they used to, okay? Jeez. Being rambunctious in the library. This is a library. What happened to like all those movies that I've seen where like you go to where they're in the library movie setting and like you're like, shh. Jesus. But no. They're playing music. They're just all over the place. Every time I look around, I see just somebody just like moving all over the place. Like, choose a study area, sit there and stay there for hours unless you have to go to the bathroom. Okay, that's just like a general rule. Okay, but some people they don't follow that rule. Okay. And on top of that, and let me just make this announcement. Okay, someone brought a lot of snacks. Okay, not even gonna say a lot of snacks because that's relative. Someone had snacks over it and they like kind of brought them, like got them out or whatever, so but you know, when it's time to like eat a snack or whatever, they can just like easily grab it or whatever to at the side of them. And someone had the nerve, the audacity to say, geez, you have a lot of snacks. Why do you have a lot of snacks? And the girl's like, because I get hungry, because I snack when I'm studying. I'm like, that's what you're supposed to bring a ton of snacks, you know, with you to the library or like when you're studying. Like, let me tell you something. College students, one of the most unhealthy people you will probably meet. Okay, people are always like, oh, because of your size. No, size doesn't matter. Okay, you could be like extremely skinny and be the most unhealthy person on the universe, right? That doesn't matter. Okay, it's what you eat. So I was like, because I'm a person that, just me personally, I'm a person that snacks a lot, especially when it comes to like, I'll snack here and there when I'm like just like chilling or whatever at the house, but when I'm studying, I snack a ton. It is snack. If it's not me eating some chips, it's me eating some popcorn. If it's not me eating some popcorn, it's eating some candy. If it's not me eating some candy, some fruit snacks, some crackers, some Nilla wafers, it's something, right? And I drink a lot. I get extremely thirsty. So, Look at me getting out of breath, child. So I try to drink as much water as I can, but eventually I get tired of drinking water. That's why I always have a backup drink. It might be a juice, or it might be some pop or whatever. That's like, I always bring, like, whenever I go to study, I bring water, and I bring some sort of drink. And then on top of that, I bring multiple different snacks, because you never know what you're gonna have a taste for. You might have a taste for anything, and you might have a taste for that one specific thing while you're in the middle of studying. And guess what? You don't have to leave your study area to go find it or whatever, or disrupt your study flow, right? So I was like, how dare you? How dare you borderline judge somebody for having snacks? Why don't you have snacks? That means you're not even studying, right? Okay, if you're not snacking all the time, okay? So you talk and be rambunctious while you're in the middle of studying. Other people snack while they're in the middle of studying. Just get over it, okay? Don't judge. We won't judge you on your behavior. Don't judge us on our behavior. The audacity of some people. Can you believe that? Jesus. Anyway, I've done a lot of ranting, and enough ranting probably I feel like should last like at least 2 weeks, but I won't do that to y'all. I'll probably give y'all, another rant possibly on a Tuesday, maybe, just maybe on a Thursday, but we'll see. Again, I don't know when this video will actually be posted, okay? This video, let me put this in the video, okay? This video is meant to be edited and posted on Thursday, okay? I don't even know what Thursday is supposed to be. I don't even know what the date is today. What is the date? The 10th. This video should be posted on the 11th of May, okay? But it might not be, because I always say it's going to be posted on a Thursday. I try to make that a goal, but sometimes it don't always happen like that. So I'm just forewarning y'all right now. It might not be posted until Tuesday, okay? But again, take that with a grain of salt, okay? And remember what I just said, we know we don't judge, okay? We love everybody, okay? Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. And I don't even know what next time will be. So next time, after you see this video, might be another haul. It might be, like, you know what I'm saying? We don't know for sure. Okay, but just know there will be a video. There will be content, okay? I'm going to bring the content. Okay, it might be an unhinged moment, okay? It's fine. We all have unhinged moments. Some of y'all just try to hide it, okay? But anyway, this phone is about to die and I don't want to lose everything. But I'll see you guys next time. Bye.